morning, Year 3. I hope you're all okay. I hope you had a lovely half term. The weather's been absolutely beautiful. I hope some of you have been able to go and enjoy it. I know I would love to if I could. And I hope you've had a lovely rest and spent time with your family, and now looking forward to getting on with some learning for the rest of this half term. Today we're going to be looking at somebody called Boudicca. Now, some of you might have heard her name before, some of you may not, so it might be new learning for some of you. So make sure you're ready to learn, make sure you're comfortable, and I'll go through what you'll need in a moment. So just bear with me while I change my screen. So, today, Tuesday the 2nd of June, you'll be looking at somebody called Boudicca. Now, some people might think her name is Boudicca, and that's absolutely fine. We're going to be referring to her today as Boudicca. So, remember our new signs. So, we've got our pause button. We have our... the pause button is to make sure we pause. You might want to pause the video, you might want to make some notes, you might want to just check something. The notepad and pencil is where you need to make notes, and the mouse is where you'll need to go and follow the links or go onto our website. Okay, so remember how to use them. Today's lesson, you will need a pencil, a ruler, an exercise book or paper to make notes, and access to purple mash. You'll see there your activities are already loaded there for you. So pause the video while you go and get those things ready. So today your LI is to understand the importance of Boudicca and her role. So why she was important and why her role in Rome was important. So we're going to find out who Boudicca was, why she was important to the Romans, and you're going to imagine at the end of today's lesson that you are Boudicca. Okay, you're going to imagine you are Boudicca, you want the Romans to come and join your team, you want them to fight for you, so you're going to be writing a speech, imagining you're Boudicca to come and join her war. So, pause the video while you write your LI today. So, Boudicca was an ancient British queen who fought against the Romans as they invaded Britain during the 1st century AD. Scholars agreed that she was of noble birth, and in ancient texts she is described as having royal blood. So, for us, that means that she was of quite great importance because she was a noble, of noble blood, and she was classified as royal. So very high up in the culture of the British Empire back then. Boudicca is believed to have been very tall and to have long auburn hair. Auburn is kind of a reddy brown colour, a beautiful colour. Ancient tales recount that she was intimidating. Intimidating means you're kind of scared to be around them. She influences you with her thoughts to be around her. She had a fierce look in her eye and a harsh, stern voice. Typically, for the time, she is believed to have worn a thick, colourful cloak. Around her neck, it is rumoured that Boudicca liked to wear a large golden necklace. Now, with her wearing that large golden necklace, it would show off that she is a royal, she is noble, she's important, she has more money than others, and that she should be listened to. Pause the video and make some notes, because there will be some questions at the end of this lesson. Boudicca is thought to have lived between AD 30 and AD 60. Boudicca's husband was Prasutagus. Prasutagus was the king and the leader of the Iceni people. In the area mostly known as Norfolk, in England, after the death of her husband, the Roman army broke a promise that it had made to Prasutagus, so Boudicca left led the Iceni people to revolt against them. So, when Prasutagus was alive, they'd made a promise to the Iceni people. The Romans had made a promise to him, and they had said, whatever happens, this is going to happen. But unfortunately, the Romans did not stand by their promise, and instead they broke that promise they had made. So Boudicca was like, I'm not going to stand for this. I'm going to tell them this is wrong. They should not break a promise. So she led the Iceni people into her own army to battle against the Romans. And the Romans stole from the Iceni tribesmen. They made people slaves, and they had Boudicca whips. So they were horrible, horrible people to the Iceni people. They didn't think much of them at all. The rebellion. In about 60 AD, the Roman governor was sent to North Wales to lead an army. While he was away, Boudicca led an attack against the tribe's Roman rulers with several other tribes. Her army was called the Britons. They managed to destroy a place that's now called Colchester, Camulodunum, and that was the capital of Roman Britain. And they also managed to defeat the Roman IX Legion. Now, IX is Roman numerals, and I know you've done some Roman numeral work on Purple Mash. So, X means 10 and I means 1, and 1 before the X means 9, so we take away 1 from 10. Well done. So, hearing the news, the Roman governor that was back in North Wales rushed back to Londinium. He tried to evacuate Londinium, which is London as we know it, as he guessed this would be Britain's next target. Boudicca and her army destroyed Londinium and Verulamium, and that's St Albans. That's quite local to where we live today. People believe that over 70,000 people were killed in the attacks by the Britons. Now that's quite a lot of people. If you think, in this pandemic, in coronavirus, we have lost nearly 40,000, so 30,000 more. That's an awful lot of people. So, the Roman army regrouped in the Midlands and finally defeated the Britons in the Battle of Watling Street. And Boudicca made a speech, and it was recorded by a person called Dio Cassius, saying, I was whipped by the Romans, and when they tried to take our lands, and now I am fighting for my freedom. Think how many of us are fighting and why. We must win this battle or die. Let the men live as slaves if they want. I will not. So she said, I am not going to live as slaves to this Roman army. I'm going to fight them. I am worth more than that. Now, some people think Boudicca is a heroine because she achieved a lot and fought for her country, for her people and for herself. Although she lost the final battle, she never let the Romans conquer her. She was a pretty impressive woman, right? Back then, women weren't all that powerful, so she did a pretty good job. So, we don't know what happened to Boudicca. And we don't know where it happened, but Boudicca obviously died, and some people believe that Boudicca poisoned herself to avoid capture by the Romans, but others believe that she just simply contracted a fatal illness during battle, and unfortunately she died. I do hope you've made loads and loads of notes, because we will be going through some questions. Obviously, if you haven't made any notes, then go back through the video so that you can make some more notes. So, others believe that she simply contracted a fatal illness during battle. Which word in this phrase implies the illness caused Boudicca's death? Pause the video, write down your answer. Should be one word. See, it asks for a one-word answer. The answer you should have is fatal. Fatal means death. It means an illness that caused death. Okay, give yourself a tick if you got it right. So this one is next. So, to have had long auburn hair. Which of these is closest in meaning to auburn? Tick one of them, or write down one. Brownish black, reddish brown, blondish brown, blackish grey. Pause the video and write down your answer. That's right, it was reddish brown. We mentioned that. Summarise why Boudicca began to fight against the Romans. This might take you a little bit longer to do. Summarise means make some notes. Don't write lots of things. Just write maybe a key sentence why Boudicca decided to fight against the Romans. Pause the video and write down your answer. So, there are different reasons, but you could say that Boudicca began to fight against the Romans because they broke a promise that they had made to her husband. And that was crucial back then. You don't make a promise that you're going to break. Well done if you got something like that written down. And finally, why could it not be known for certain what happened to Boudicca? Pause the video while you write down your answers. That's right, you could have said, we don't know because nobody is alive today that was around at the time, and there are no reliable historical records. That was quite tricky to do. So well done if you got that sort of answer written down. Well done. So, your task today, as I said earlier, is to go onto Purple Mash, and I will just show you in a second, and there is going to be a couple of tasks on there for you. So, don't forget to send any notes you've made to yr3@grange.harrow.sch.uk. I can't wait to see it. Well done for everyone who has done it. I'm not doing a gallery this week, but I will be doing one next week. So, I'm just going to close this. And I am going to find this. So, this is my Purple Mash, as it were. Let me move that up there. So, your first challenge is to write a speech to persuade people to fight against you. So, I can't actually... Let me see if I can open it. I can't actually open it. Let me see... I can't actually show you what it looks like, but that is what you can do. Let me see if I can go into it a different way. It's always fun when things don't work how you want it to do. Romans. Can't see for looking today. So, you are going to do Boudicca's speech, so let's have a look. So, you're going to be writing a speech to persuade people to fight with you, to fight with the Iceni tribe. You are Boudicca. You want to make as many people fight with you as possible. So, here is where you can write. Here helps you with what things you might need to think about. You might put a little picture in there. You might change it a bit. You know what to do. There's loads of different things. Don't forget... to save it, so you can press save and exit, or you can press... Oh, I'm in teacher mode, that doesn't help. But yeah, hand in your work so I can see it, and I will mark it, guys, because your work's been absolutely fantastic so far. So I hope you're doing okay. Enjoy the rest of the week, and I hope to see you guys next week. Yeah, enjoy your week. Bye!